alive in here? Yeah. Let me hear that again. How's everybody doing? Yeah. Good, that sounds better. I grew up here. I love it up here. There's something strange happening tonight. There's wet stuff coming out of the sky. We live in Arizona. That's not supposed to happen. So growing up here, my dad was a barber here. He had a shop in this plaza right here. Over here. And he was always busy, so sometimes I'd go hang out with him at a barber shop. I remember this one particular day, this guy comes in and says, "Hey, John," that was my dad's name. He says, "Can you give me a haircut?" My dad goes, "Sure, what do you want?" He goes, "Well, I'd like you to cut my ear right here. And I'd like you to make this side a little longer than this side." My dad says, "I can't do a haircut like that." He goes, "Why not? You did last time." Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Old lady.
Old lady who?
I didn't know you guys could yodel. Okay, so this young guy walks into this restaurant, right? And there's an old guy sitting at the bar there. And he's looking down to a bowl of chili, right? And he's looking at the guy. He goes, "Hey, old man, I notice you're staring down at the chili. Are you gonna eat it?" He goes, "Nah, you can have it." Slides it over to him. The young man starts wolfing it down. Gets to the bottom of the bowl. It's a dead rat. Pukes back in the bowl. And the old man goes, "That's as far as I made it." Anybody ever gotten into a bar fight they weren't expecting to get into?
Yes. Maybe.
Maybe? So when I was stationed in Hawaii, because I was in the Marine Corps, we went to this club and there was a booty shaking contest. But the men were the ones that shook their booty. So, my friends get up there, they do it. Well, anyway, this girl asks my buddy if he would like to dance. Sure. Cool. Pearson's got himself a date. I look over, Pearson's on the ground, getting stomped by a big Hawaiian dude. And I said, "Hey, Pearson's getting beat up again." Emphasis on again. So I went out to go save him, right? But I jumped on this dude's neck. He didn't have one. The next thing I remember, I woke up downstairs. And my buddy's going, "Hey, we gotta go. The cops are coming." He goes, "What happened to your head?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't even know how I got down here." Some woman had stomped me on the forehead with a high heel. So if I could go back in time to that time of my life where that 15 minutes is not in my brain, I'd be like, "Ooh, okay. That's when I got stomped. And that's how I got downstairs." So I'm sure they didn't pick up this skinny white kid and go, "Let's gingerly kick him down the stairs and set him on the sidewalk." This is the middle of tourist season in Hawaii. It's 8:30 at night on a Friday. I'm sure I made some vacation photos somewhere. Same group of guys, okay? 6 months later, they send us to Australia to train. Okay, so has anybody seen Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
From the 80s? Okay, it's just like that, but worse. Okay, they kind of made it like, Hollywooded out, right? So since I'm a kid, I'm hearing about kangaroo boxing. Okay, I'm going to find a place that has kangaroo boxing. And I got this corn-fed guy I know. His name is Telk. That's his last name. He's 6'4". I talk him into kangaroo boxing, right? So I asked this guy, I said, "Hey, where do we find a place to do kangaroo boxing?" He goes, "Oh yeah," he just writes this thing on this little card to give it to this cab driver. We go in this cab to the middle of nowhere, to the worst bar I'd ever been in my life. I mean, this place has got a dirt floor, mud, broken glass, and in the back of this place is a little 4x4, 6x6 foot boxing ring. Okay, cool. That's where you go. We go back there. They hand my buddy those like 1940s boxing gloves. Like the kind like this. And there's a kangaroo, but he's only about yay tall. Tim's this big. This ain't gonna be no big deal at all, right? So Tim gets in there. They bring out this kangaroo, and he's got like a little choke collar on, boxing gloves, and he's got booties on his feet. All right, this is gonna be cool, but this kangaroo is going nuts. He's doing like this. I was like, "Oh, Tim's fixing to get it good." Has anybody seen Rocky IV? Where like the big Russian dude, and he like tries to hit him, and he just kind of goes like that. He says, "I must break you." So that's pretty much what happened with this kangaroo, right? So the whole time this kangaroo's doing this mouth thing, Tim goes back into the corner. I said, all right, champ, you got him. Well, apparently kangaroos don't know how to box, but they know how to kick. Okay, so Tim's out there. This kangaroo goes, hurrah! Tim goes, "Poop." And I go, get up, Chip! Get up, Chip! You got, come on, you got. Well, kangaroo won. A couple days later, my buddy comes up and says, you gotta check this out. He had this big old kangaroo foot bruise, like right here. I was like, dude, we gotta trace around that thing. You got it tattooed on. Yeah. That was a kangaroo boxing story. So I've invented a new device. It's called the Senior GPS. So it not only tells you how to get somewhere, it tells you why you're there. It also works in your house. Hey, who's ever walked in a room and gone,
Am I here?
what did I come in here for? I mean, I'm in the bathroom. What kind of options do I have in here? Let's see what we're at here. All right, there's been a lot of zombie movies out there. Zombie shows, Walking Dead, iZombie. And everybody's always talking about, you know, what to do in case of a zombie apocalypse. What to do, how to survive it, all this stuff. Go to the woods, go camping. No. Go to Costco. Everything is in Costco that you would need to survive, right? The walls are like 4 foot thick. There's all the food you can eat in there. And the zombie can't get in without a membership. Think about that. They're not going to let that guy in there. So when I was a little kid, my dad used to tell me, you're not the dumbest kid alive, but you better hope he doesn't die. Like, thanks a lot, Dad. I got full of confidence. So these two guys are in Walmart, right? And they're walking along. And one guy bashes into the other guy. He says, oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm looking for my wife. He goes, yeah, I know. I'm looking for my wife, too. What's yours look like? He goes, well, mine's tall, blonde, good looking. What's yours look like? He goes, forget about mine. Let's go find yours. So, since I've gotten older, and because of what I do, because I work in the mines, my hearing is starting to go away. I can't hear so well. And so my wife has to repeat things to me when we're this close to each other. But she likes to tell me stuff when I'm on the other side of the house. She goes, hey, baby. What? So I come out, right? And I'm like, what did you say? And by this point, she's mad, so she doesn't want to repeat it. Right? So I'm like walking down the hallway, and she goes, hey, babe, do you ever get a stabbing pain in your chest like somebody's stabbing a voodoo doll? I said, no. She goes, how about now? So this, the church is packed full of people, right? And it's ton. The whole choir's going. The preacher's in there, and everybody's just going good. And all of a sudden, the devil pops up, poof, right in the middle of the church, and everybody runs out, except for one little old man sitting in the back. And the devil's like, I wonder what's up with that guy. He walks over to him and goes, everyone ran out scared but you. How come? He goes, I ain't scared of you. I married your sister. So when I get bored, I like to call them to places I don't work and tell them I can't make it in for my shift. Called Taco Bell the other day. Hey, this is Steve. I can't make it. What do you mean you can't make it? It took me a little while to figure out there wasn't a Steve working there. KFC wasn't much brighter. This is Bob. I can't make it. What do you mean? We can't make it without Bob. So this woman's getting on this bus, right? She's walking on, and the bus driver goes, and she's carrying her baby, and the bus driver goes, man, that is one ugly baby. And she's appalled by it, but she takes off to the back of the bus. She sits down next to this guy, and the guy can tell she's pretty upset. He goes, I can tell you're upset. She goes, you know what, the bus driver insulted me. I think I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. He goes, you know what, I think you should. Let me hold your monkey. Okay, so there's these three old guys, right? They're sitting around the nursing home. And one guy goes to the other, she says, you know what? I wish I could pee like I used to. I go to the bathroom, I stand there, a little bit comes out, and then it's disappointing. The next guy goes, you know what? I wish I could poop like I used to. I sit there, and I grunt, and I groan, and nothing happens. The third guy goes, you know what? This morning, 6 a.m., I took the longest pee I'd taken in years, and I went and took a poop, and it was the best I'd ever taken. They said, well, that's pretty impressive. He goes, no, it's not. I get out of bed at 9. So when I was younger, I used to date this girl who was a twin. And people used to ask me, how do I tell the twin apart? And I said, well, it's pretty easy. She always kept her fingernails red, and Frank had a beard. So this blonde girl goes to the doctor, right? She walks in the doctor's office. She says, doctor, I think I'm dying. And he goes, well, what's wrong? She goes, well, everywhere I touch, it hurts. He says, show me. So she touches her leg, she touches her arm, she touches her head. And she goes, tell me, doc, how much longer do I got? And he says, ain't nothing wrong with you. Your finger's broken. The other day I was standing in line at the store, and I farted. And 3 people turned around like I was on The Voice. It turns out I was on the X Factor. They X'd me out of the line. I had to go to self-checkout. So it used to be, when you were younger, when I was younger, to see a bearded woman, you had to go to the circus or to a freak show. Now you just got to go down to Walmart. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for coming out.